everyone. I was not actually planning on recording a video this weekend, but I have been strongly urged to do so since last night. A lot of it, I think, stemmed from an article that randomly or not randomly, because nothing's random, popped up in my Facebook feed yesterday, and it just really touched me deeply. And I've had some epiphanies about my own journey over these past few days. So this video is geared towards a subset of the soul connections that I typically talk about. This is the much more narrow, um, what I believe is a more narrow group of people who are part of this. If you want to call it the twin flame journey, the twin souls journey, the sacred partner, the beloved, but it's a subset of a soul connection. And it's something that I know that I was catapulted on 2 years ago. That again, as you guys know, if you've been following me, you've watched my videos, you know that the individual who I originally referred to as my twin flame was the catalyst for me. He awakened me. He's the reason that I can do the things I'm doing right now. So what transpired, again, if you've watched some of my videos, was I got to a point in the crossroads where I was guided that this person was not actually my twin flame, that they were a catalyst, a past life connection. And that just unfurled a whole bunch of things that came to the surface. What I believe now is past life karma that I was working through, and some patterns and some things that I needed to close out. I'm still kind of trying to determine what it all means. And honestly, at this point, I'm still not sure who my twin soul is, but I know that I am destined to be on this path. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today is how do you know? Okay, you might feel this deep, intense connection with someone and you think, are they my twin flame? You know when you're getting mirrored and triggered and you're wanting to become a better person, and you start healing and you start awakening to gifts. So there's all of those things that many of you are aware of. But what I want to talk about today is the fact that if you are a part of this subset group of people, you signed up for this. This was why you came to Earth, was to awaken to this. Whether or not you get in union with your twin, there's some debate about that. But I am starting to believe that for the people, myself, that are a part of this collective, I think it's going to happen in some way or another. You know, you can say that humans have free will, but I'm finding over the past few weeks we don't. Um, you don't to some extent. If you signed up for this mission, God and the universe and your higher self are going to make damn sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's one of the things I wanted to touch on, is that, you know, I've talked about the fact that my path veered what I believed off of the Course from the Collective. I'm still at this point where I'm not entirely sure who my twin soul is, and that's actually kind of a good place to be in, because it's forced me to completely detach from an outcome with a specific person and just focus on myself and that love. But in that process, I've closed my heart off quite a bit, and I've come to that realization. Many divine feminines have. So in line with this, you know, I got to this point a couple weeks ago where I was thinking, well, I don't know who my divine masculine is. I'm at this point where I'm good with my life. I travel, have fun. You know, I'm not looking to settle down. I just want to have fun right now. So I'm just going to take a break from this journey. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have fun. So I sought out someone from my past who we've had this sort of on and off chasing each other type thing for the past, like, I think we met about a year and a half ago, actually going on 2 years ago in the summer. And we did date briefly right after I awakened. And then it was like on and off. And I just was like, you know, I'm committing myself to this journey. I'm not going to deal with you because I know you're not my future, right? So I decide I'm going to veer off path. I'm going to have fun with this person. And the universe says otherwise, right? So if you're on this path, you can't take a break from it. You can't. You can run, you can't, but you can't hide. So the week that we reconnected and I was making plans with him to have him over for us to catch up, my apartment flooded the next day. All right, so if that wasn't sign enough that my specifically my bedroom, right, both bedrooms got flooded, as if that wasn't a sign enough, Mother Nature intervened with me. If you are female, you know what that means, which that was unexpected. So I'm like, okay, but I can still, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna have fun, whatever. And he texted me the day we were supposed to get together, and his exact words, I'm not even kidding you, was he said, I think the universe is conspiring against us this week. And he said, he runs a business, and in addition to other things, but he said, I've got a cover for one of my guys tonight. This has to get done. He's owner of a company. So, and honestly, I was kind of relieved. And I thought, well, that not be more clear of a sign? 3 strikes, right? Like, your apartment floods, your body doesn't cooperate, and, you're not feeling at your most divine and pretty and beautiful, and you want to have fun with this person and reconnect with someone from your past who you have this amazing chemistry with. God's like, nope, this isn't happening. So if you're on this path, you will know it because you can't get off of it, right? If you're in this toxic, what's a seemingly, oh, they're triggering me and they're doing this, but they're my twin, and you can leave and you can pursue other people, and you can, everybody's journey is different, but from the people that I've talked with about this, if you try to run away from this, that you're going to have tower moments. You're going to have things happen. And I've seen it with this guy that, awakened me. I mean, anytime he's not doing things, I mean, things are happening to him. And I don't know, I haven't talked to him in a couple months, but, his car got stolen. He got in a wreck like a couple years ago. I mean, just things like, I'm not saying bad things happen for a reason, but I think sometimes they do. It's kind of like a wake up call, I mean, clearly, my apartment flooding was a sign, was a wake up call, and it was like I wasn't listening. And so you best bet I'm listening now. So all that aside, I was kind of just frustrated. Like, all right, at this point where it's like, I don't know who this person is. Can't I just live my life a little bit? Can't I just go back to this 3D, egoic, just live my life? I'm at the prime of my life right now. I want to go out. I want to have fun. I want to just feel physical pleasure. I want to, I want to take a break from this. I'm tired of it. That's where I was, right? And then I see this article, which I'll get to in a moment. And I just kind of get to this point, it's like, it was just eye-opening for me. It was very emotional. I might get emotional when I read it. But it's like further validation, I guess, so to speak, that if you try to veer off path, you clearly have something you're supposed to be doing. You signed up for this. You created this path before you even came to Earth. You agreed to this mission. When you try to veer off and you're veered back on it, don't fight it, because that tell you that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? There is an end to this at some point. If you keep resisting it, God, and you're having all these roadblocks thrown in, you're just delaying the inevitable, right? So you've just got to go with it. And you've got to accept the fact too, that once you've stepped into this mission and you're at this point now, you can't go back and dabble in the 3D, right? You're at this point where you're in the 4th dimension, your higher dimensions, your higher self is controlling. So you can't go back. You can't go back. And I guess that the question is, why would you want to go back? Okay. Why would you want to go back? Because it feels safe, because the unknown, you're throwing yourself out there. You know what physical pleasure feels like, in the egoic sense. You know what, just partying and you're living, the dream or whatever. That's not it anymore. There's a new reality coming, right? We're not quite there. We're kind of, those of us on this path are kind of right in the middle. You can't go back. So I'm going to read this and just mention that ever since I've read this, I've kind of had some epiphanies on my own journey as far as why things have transpired. And I think it was for me to detach from that specific person that I believed was my twin. And I think I had to let him go in order to move forward clearly on this path. And since I've opened my heart back up to him and be, to be thankful for what he's done for me, I felt his energy so much the past couple days. I don't know what's going on, but it's like everything's coming back again. The memories, the telepathy with him, and I'm on absolute fire right now. I don't know if you can see how like flushed and red my face is, my hair. It's like my body feels like it's probably like 200 degrees right now. It's not, but I am on fire, and I've been on fire since last night, since I read this. And I feel like there's a channeled message that wants to something's trying to come through to me, from my divine masculine, but maybe it's part of the collective. I don't know, but I'm feeling heavy, heavy telepathic divine. I mean, I'm hearing stuff like, how can you possibly think I never cared about you during all this time? I know I didn't say it, but I have, and I do. And all this is, it's just opened up a floodgate. So when I figure out what's going on, obviously I'll share with you guys, who are maybe going through the same type of thing. But here's the article. And we'll see if we have time for a channel message. I may have to do a separate video on that. This is by Infinity Healing is her website, and it's Donna Fisher is her name. Sometimes you may feel like you can't go on, like a piece of you is missing, and it can seem totally unbearable. You look back at the memories and all that unfolded with your beloved and realize that neither time nor space makes true love go away. On the contrary, it only gets stronger. You decide to go with it, to feel the heart pull, and to allow the tears to flow. You may look in the mirror while you cry and wonder, where is this going? Why can't you just get over this? If this soul isn't coming, how much longer must you endure this pull towards someone who's not reciprocating? You wonder why you can't be released from this. If you're not meant to be with your twin flame or sacred partner, when will it end? You want some kind of relief. You may beg the universe to free you. You may wonder why you signed up for this. You may start to question all of it. Have you gone insane? Like, what is this? Why? It's like you were doing so well, and then you come back around full circle to endure this heart pull once again. You try to move past it, but you don't seem to be going anywhere. You may have barely thought of your beloved for a bit. You may have been feeling really good and balanced, ready to tackle the world. And you were at a point of surrender, and now, bam, all these feelings fled back as though they never left, and now you're intertwined in this connection again. You just can't get them out of your head or your heart, no matter how hard you try to place the focus back on yourself. You almost wished you could get a lobotomy to forget, but then you realized that would mean you would revert to the person you once were. All that growth and progress you made in your expansion would be reverted to the old three-dimensional way of being. The old version of self would come back, and how happy would you truly be? Walking through the motions of life, looking forward to the next vacation, and just living but not truly feeling alive? No, not for me. To be touched by this true love is to be touched by divinity itself. The changes you've made because of this heart awakening has propelled you to a higher state of consciousness. You no longer see things the way you used to. And no matter what your twin flame or sacred partner is doing or not doing, you cannot go back to sleep. No, you can never sleep again. It's with this realization that you pick yourself up again and do what it takes to bring yourself back to love. Even if it's to withdraw and recharge, you see this as an opportunity for greater growth. You know there's a reason for everything, and have knowledge that in the darkest hours come the most profound changes. Changes that bring forth great expansion, and with great expansion comes more clarity, abundance, and love. This great love affair of the heart cannot be forgotten, suppressed, buried, removed, or walked away from. It's not an option. To do so would be severing a part of you, for this love can never be separate from you. It is a heart-to-heart connection that feels, knows, and beats true love. Take care of yourself during these challenging times. Whatever you feel will bring you the most peace and love in your heart, do that. Whether it's through meditation, dancing, exercise, being creative, journaling, talking to a friend, or withdrawing into your own space for a while, honor yourself. It is through experience I can honestly say that it will and does get better. You can do this. Know that through all this heaviness comes love and light. There's no other way around it. Take heed and know that better is on its way. I wish you so much love. Again, that was Donna Fisher with Infinity Healing. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, to my point that you can't, if you're on this path, you can't walk away from it. Can't. So with that, like I said, I'm just absolutely on fire. I feel like the masculines, the divine masculine has a message for the feminines who are in this space of wanting to give up, not believing anymore, or just whoever is in this wave of collective, something needs to be said right now. I'm on freaking fire. And it's been building all day until I finally was like, all right, I can't do anything else. I've got to do this video. All right, divine masculine. What message do you have? What message do you have? Yeah, there we go. I know in the past I didn't put forth the effort to develop our relationship. I didn't give you my time. I didn't give you anything solid. And I know there were times too where I would come in and make you believe that maybe we were on this path. Ten of Pentacles, that maybe we were going to live happily ever after, and that I was ready, and that I was going to come around, but I just got scared because this seemed like a fairy tale. It seemed too good to be true. Happily ever after wasn't in my life. That's not what I grew up with. That's not what I ever believed. Anytime I've opened my heart up to someone, my heart's been broken. And so this happily ever after, I didn't believe it was real. I didn't believe it was real. And so I put up my guard. I put up my guard and I left you feeling like I just left you. And it was kind of because I just felt too much of a burden, too much pressure to be this divine being, this man. This pillar of strength, and you were looking for me to be this God, and I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to share the burden because I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even understand because I wasn't awakened. I hadn't learned my lessons, Eight of Pentacles. I hadn't learned. I hadn't grown. I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of awakening. And I'm trying to fight it. I still am trying to fight it because I still don't believe that you could really want this with me, that you could really want to spend your life with me. And I don't feel that I could give you this, that I'm this king. So I keep avoiding you, and I keep trying to run and pretend that it never happened. But God is showing me that I can't do that anymore. Tower after tower after tower keep getting thrown at me. And I'm in such a dark place right now. I've been in a dark place, but these were things I had to figure out for myself. But the cracks are forming. The cracks are forming, and I'm starting to see the light. I'm starting to see the light. I'm starting to see the sun in the distance. But I need you. I need you, Divine Feminine. I need you to show me the way. I need you to be my pillar of light. Because I can see you a little bit in the distance. I'm here. I'm buried, and I'm ready to come out. But I feel like you've given up on me. I feel like you've given up on me. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because I walked away from you without a word, without an explanation, and you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that, but it was just too much. It was just too much on me. It was just too much pressure, and I didn't understand what it all meant. But I know you didn't deserve that, and I don't blame you for shutting me out, but I need you. I need your light to get me out of the dark. Please open your heart, because I promise you, I'm coming back for you. And we're going to have this successful, passionate love. I'm returning. I am coming back. And when I do, I'm going to be a king. But I'm not going to come back till I'm a king. I'm working on it. 8 of Pentacles. I'm working on it. But I need you to believe in me. I need you to be my light. I need you to help me get out of this. Please. When I come back, I'm going to be a king. I want to be your king. And it's absolutely stabbing me in the heart that I'm not ready for you yet. I want to be with you. I want to be your King of Cups. I want to be your solid, stable king. But I'm still healing my heart. And I've been hurt so many times in my life. I've still got childhood core wounds. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. But if you continue to shine your light for me and open your heart, it will lead me back home. It will lead me back home. And then I will come forward when it's time. Your light is going to give me the strength. Your light's going to give me the strength to come forward with communication. It's something solid, right? When I come back, it's going to be solid. 4 Pentacles. We're going to be one under the sun. You're going to lead me back home with your light. The dragonflies, it shows the balance. You need to balance still your energy, my Divine Feminine. And when you do that, and hold your space for me, when you balance, when you reach stillness, calm, when your energy is calm in the 0 point, that's when I'll know it's time. Just be patient. Okay. All right, I think I'm starting to cool down a little bit, so I think I got all the message out in time. So I know that was a little bit different, but I just felt like I was channeling somebody's divine masculine, some collective there. I hope that was helpful for those of you that are on this path. And like I said, anytime I feel called to post these types of videos, I will. I welcome feedback, though, on different types of readings. If you've liked my moon cycle ones that I've been doing. If you have some suggestions or other things you would like to see, please let me know. You can you can comment below on the YouTube video, or you can email me, message me privately. Thanks so much, everybody.